Hi, Lynn Zettler here from Core Impact Coaching, and today I want to talk about trust and teams. So, one of my favorite books, as you know, I have several favorite books, is The Five Dysfunctions of a Team. And the first dysfunction they talk about is lack of trust, because trust just has to be the foundation of any team. But also, I want to make sure that we're talking about the right team, the right definition of team. So a lot of times when I work with teams or individuals and leaders, they'll say, we have this great team, right? We work well together, we know each other well, and we don't need to have any deeper conversations than that. We don't need a personal, touch point. We are just a good team. And I'll ask them, great, that's fantastic. Tell me, what is the number one goal that your team is working towards? And then they're all over the place, right? They don't have a common goal. They're not working on anything together. That's not a team. That's a group of individuals who come together for some reason. But if you don't have a common goal to share, you're not really a team. So this is the kind of team I'm talking about, developing trust with a team where you are all working towards a common goal. So now that I have that definition, out of the way for you, let's talk about what a good high-functioning team does and how they use trust, how they build trust. I'm going to give you some tips on how to build additional trust with your team. So first, I would say that one of the things you can do is, even as an exercise, typically this is done in a team building exercise, but you can do an exercise of strengths and weaknesses of each person and sharing that information with one another, whether you use StrengthsFinder or a core values index or something that says this is how we're different, this is how we're the same, and you share that with each other and you admit it to each other, so that you know that if you're really bad at having critical conversations with people, that you can tap into someone who's really good at it. They have a strength in that, and you can ask them to help you along the way. I have to have a difficult conversation. Can I benchmark with you and brainstorm some ideas on what that conversation should look like? That's building trust. You are using the strengths of each other to build the team up, right? So that would be number one. Another one would be to, as a team and as individuals, commit to asking for help and to offering constructive feedback. So when you need help, either you don't have the expertise or the resources, or you need to let the team know that you need help and be willing to ask for it. Makes you a little bit vulnerable, I understand. But vulnerability is all about good leadership. It really is. So ask for help and also provide constructive feedback timely when it's needed. So if you notice that one of your colleagues had a little bit of a blow up in a meeting and it could have been handled better, pull them aside afterwards. Hey, Terry, can we talk about that? What just happened in there? Let's talk about what needs to happen, because this is what I noticed. And I noticed that it shut down the entire conversation. I want to help you be more successful. Can we talk about it? Give that constructive feedback. Again, that is also reinforcing your trust. The third thing that I'm going to talk about is committing to letting go of the past. So you want your team to learn, of course, from mistakes and from failures, but you don't want it to keep coming up years later, a mistake that someone made. So make sure that you address situations, you address what happened, and you determine your path forward, but you're not going to hold it against. No one's going to hold grudges, right? We're not going to hold this in our pocket to bring up 2 years from now to say, well, this is what happened when Dan did this. We don't want that. Doesn't help to build trust. So have that kind of commitment up front. And lastly, what I'm going to share is to spend time together outside of your typical meeting. We all need to see each other as human beings, and as human beings who all want the same things, right? We all want relationships. We all want love. We all want to be loved. We have families. We have a life outside. Help your team to see each other as human beings in addition to colleagues. So whatever you can do to find a way to bring your team together and have those experiences, do that. I hope you find this helpful, and if you want more, please go to coreimpactcoaching.com. You will see a lot more information there, and you can sign up for our newsletter, which only comes out once a month and will land promptly in your individual email box. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, Lynn Zettler Core Impact Coaching, and find lots more videos just like this. I hope you're having a great day, and thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week.